Another day, another look of Galaxy Z Fold 6, and this time around, we got the back look of Galaxy Z Fold 6. Inner display and cover display is already out for the Z Fold 6. Also, the Geekbench scores and internals are out for the Z Fold 6. So stick till the end to find more, and for more updates, don't forget to subscribe. iUniverse shared the back look of Galaxy Z Fold 6, and it seems like we are going to see a new look at the cameras of a Z Fold 6. First, it was expected we might see a camera design similar to S24 Ultra, but it is different. Camera layout is similar to the Z Fold 5, but the camera design is slightly changed. Although the cameras are more or less similar, we are going to see a 50 megapixel main sensor, 12 megapixel ultra-wide, and a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto sensor. And if you think it is similar, then yes, this is exactly same as Z Fold 5. Now, apart from the camera design, we can clearly see a squared off corners on the Z Fold 6. The edges are sharp compared to the Z Fold 5, and it does seem like we are going to see a wider display on the Z Fold 6, which I will share later in this video, but first let's see the color option. Now, upon looking at the back, this would probably be the main color option for the Z Fold 6, although there is a source claiming about the main color option of the Z Fold 6. According to him, the main color option will be silver metallic. Seems like Samsung is going the past with the main color option on the Z Fold 6. The other color options will be navy and pink, and two limited color options, crafted black and crafted white. Samsung for the first time introducing a white color option on the Z Fold 6, and potentially, if these are limited, you can only avail these color options from Samsung's official website. Now, the Geekbench scores for the Z Fold 6 is also out, and we are getting these numbers: 1476 single-core score and 3582 multi-core score. And Z Fold 6 will going to feature a Snapdragon Gen 3 made for Galaxy processor, same as S24 Ultra. Also, this Geekbench score is for international Z Fold 6 version, and it scored fairly less compared to what leaked before for the US version. Maybe some optimization is due on international version. This Geekbench score also confirms we are going to see a 12 gigs of RAM on Z Fold 6. And one must say, is there any 16 gigs available? Well, there is not a single source claiming 16 gigs, meaning there is only one version 12 gigs of RAM on Z Fold 6, which is potentially a downside for the people who really want a 16 gigs of RAM. Earlier this year, we got Wi-Fi 7 in Galaxy S24 Ultra, and we expect a similar feature on Z Fold 6, since it will have the same processor and more. But according to new FCC certification, Z Fold 6 will not support Wi-Fi 7, and it is not mentioned in the certification. Seems a bit off to me, but at least for now, there is no Wi-Fi 7 coming on the Z Fold 6. Now, some of you guys might confuse about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra or Slim. Well, luckily, the battery of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim or Z Fold 6 Ultra is certified online in BIS certification. There are only two batteries with a different model number. Although this certification didn't show the capacity of the Z Fold 6 Slim, but one thing is now confirmed: there is a new Z Fold 6 Ultra coming. Although we have two more sources and release date of Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. The first source claims Q6A is very real, even if it's missing from Mr. B's list. If you guys don't know who Mr. B is, then in my last video of Galaxy Z Fold 6, I shared M1 Blast list of upcoming devices in this Unpack event, but there was no Ultra model in it. The second source, which I believe is very true because it is from none other than Ross Young, a display supply chain consultant. He claimed hearing about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim Q4 2024. Bigger display than Galaxy Z Fold 6, but price similar to the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and no pen input. Isn't that weird? If we are going to get the Ultra model, how is it supposed to have no S Pen support? And how is it possible to have a similar price as Galaxy Z Fold 6? How big a display is? These are all the questions. And does that mean the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim or Z Fold 6 Ultra, whatever would be Samsung's first foldable phone after Z Fold 3, to have no S Pen support? Seems a bit off to me. Now, after this news, Ross Young shared another information about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra or Slim. He claims the panel shipment starts in Q4 2024 and will likely launch in Q1 2025 with the S25 Ultra. Well, this is really a good decision, since if Samsung is going to make a bigger phone alongside the Z Fold 6, it will going to affect the sales of a Z Fold 6. So they waited and will launch with the Galaxy S25 Ultra. But keep this thing in mind, Z Fold 6 Ultra or Slim will not going to feature an S Pen support. but will have the same price as Z Fold 6. Now that we know about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, let's see what we know so far about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 wider cover display. This is what I shared about the cover display of Galaxy Z Fold 6. This is the actual Galaxy Z Fold 6. And now all of you guys who were asking, is it wider? And looking at this render, it looks like Samsung did change the cover display on Z Fold 6. Although standalone, we cannot tell the difference between the Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5. We need to get an help from the render which shows us the difference between the Z Fold 6 and a Z Fold 5. And the leaked screen protector shows actual dimensions of a Z Fold 6 compared to the Z Fold 5. So first, let's take a look at the render and screen protector, and then I will share a new inner display look of a Z Fold 6. This is the difference between the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5. Galaxy Z Fold 6 comes with a boxier design and slimmer hinge. Now due to a new hinge design on Z Fold 6, we are going to see a wider cover display. This is the only difference between the Z Fold 5 and Z Fold 6. Now it does look wider because the hinge part is reduced and the display is also changed. This indeed asymmetrical bezels on Z Fold 6, which is for the first time happening on the Galaxy Z Fold device. There is no symmetrical bezels on Z Fold 5. Now if you are thinking, is this new cover display is wider enough compared to the OnePlus Open? No, it's not, because we already have the screen protector of Galaxy Z Fold 6, and by measuring the size, Z Fold 6 is way taller compared to the OnePlus Open. This is the screen protector of Galaxy Z Fold 6 alongside Galaxy Z Fold 5. There are a couple of major changes here, so let's list them one by one. First, Samsung is moving from rounded design to more squared-off design on Z Fold 6. There's one more important thing, and no one talks about this. On Z Fold 5, we can see the display is slightly thicker from the hinge side and a little bit uneven due to hinge, but there is no such thing on Z Fold 6. This also indicates Samsung is even decreasing the hinge and making a wider cover display. Samsung wants a sweet spot. That's the reason they are going with this design. Obviously now everyone explains, this is 60.2mm compared to 57.4mm. Not much of a big difference, although when you look at the picture, there's a clear difference. But if you compare with the OnePlus Open, no, it's not that wider. Although it looks like OnePlus Open cover display, but it's fairly taller. Now upon researching about OnePlus Open cover display width, it's 73.3mm, a lot wider compared to what leaked here. Obviously, this information is not from official sources, so until we compare both devices side by side, we cannot put our final thought in it. After talking a lot about the cover display, let's see the inner display of Galaxy Z Fold 6. This is the Galaxy Z Fold 6 inner display. There are a couple of things to mention here. First, the Z Fold 6 will going to get a sharp corners compared to rounded corners on Z Fold 5. Second, and this is very important, Galaxy Z Fold 6 will going to feature a less visible crease. Although you can see the crease, but it is very minimal. By the way, this is a dummy of Galaxy Z Fold 6, and if you are older enough, you should know when the first dummy came out for the Z Fold 5, that thing was looking horrible with the extremely visible crease. Seems like on a real model of Z Fold 6, the crease will be greatly improved, and this is not just me, but ICE Universe and another source confirmed it. And ICE also shared the aspect ratio of inner display, which helps us better understand the dummy of a Z Fold 6. According to ICE, Galaxy Z Fold 6 will look similar to Vivo X4 III but would be smaller, with a screen ratio of 8:9. This is not that interesting because the cover display is getting wider. Also, he shared more information on the crease of the Galaxy Z Fold 6. According to him, although the creases are not completely eliminated according to testers, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 does reduce the creases. He claimed, we are going to see a less visible crease, but didn't share more information about, but there's another source claiming big about the crease and the new UTG on Galaxy Z Fold 6. Bye bye crease almost. A new redesigned ultra-thin glass is coming on Z Fold 6. It is over 50% thicker, which means stronger and more durable and less visible crease. Now honestly, I don't bother with a crease on inner display. Yes, if the display is off, you can see it, but while using it, you won't even notice. But if Samsung is improving it, it is always a welcome change. But apart from crease, we want the durable inner display, and that matters the most. So I'm hoping the black lined inner display will finally go away from the Galaxy foldables with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and this new ultra thin glass. Not only this, Samsung is also going to improve the hinge on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Samsung is launching earlier, and the release date of a Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6 and Watch 7 series is confirmed. According to confirmed sources, Samsung will going to launch all these new devices on 10th of July, way earlier compared to last year 26th of July for a previous event. On this note, if you find value from this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.